Hello everyone, welcome back to the GPS monitoring tutorial videos we prepared for Excel. In the last video, we saved our team and players into the system through the settings page. We also set the training start date. Now, we'll finish the remaining parts in the settings section, and then enter our very first training data. After saving your players, you can also add extra details such as jersey numbers, positions, maximum total distance, and maximum high-speed distance, basically the maximum match values. You don't have to enter these right away, but once you add them, the system will automatically activate all daily targets and percentage-based match load indicators. So first, I'll enter the jersey numbers and positions. For our demo team, Demo FC, I copy the positions and paste them here. Then I do the same with the jersey numbers. Since this is Excel, sometimes formatting issues can appear after pasting. But don't worry, once you hit save and refresh the page, everything goes back to normal. Now, all player names, jersey numbers, and positions are saved in the system. You can always edit them later directly from the settings page if needed. Alright, let's move on to our first data entry. I opened the new data entry page. The first time you open it, this section will be completely empty. Before I start entering data, I open my raw GPS file in the background. Here, I'm using a training session from July 1st, 2025. Just like with any GPS provider, after training, you'll always have a raw data file. The format may differ depending on the provider. In this example, I'm using a dummy file. I copy the player names from my raw data and paste them directly into the system. As you can see, once pasted, the position information is automatically filled in. Here's something important. If you try to add a player that is not saved in the system, the software will give you an NA warning. That means the player isn't registered, so their position and jersey number won't appear. And when you try to save, the system won't allow it. I'll leave it like this for now so you can see the error message later. Next, I copy the rest of the raw GPS data and paste it quickly into my template. Everything is now ready. When I click Complete Data Entry, all training data will be transferred into the database table.
Remember, the purpose of the new data entry page is to make safe and secure data entry from a single point. It prevents unregistered players from being added. It avoids overwriting existing sessions, and it minimizes the risk of data loss. But all training sessions are ultimately saved in the database sheet. You can access it from the new data entry page, the settings page, or directly from the database table button on the home page. Now let's try it. I click Complete Data Entry. As expected, I get a warning message saying that the player named No Name is not registered. The system automatically cancels the transfer. After removing that player and trying again, the transfer is successful. When I check the database sheet, I can now see that all the training data from July 1st has been saved. If I go to the daily team table, select July 1st, 2025, I can see all the team's training data for that day. If I go to the weekly team table, since it's the first week, I can also see all the weekly data. Here's how the system counts weeks. Even though my training start date is July 1st, 2025, The system begins counting weeks from the Monday of that week. So the first week starts on the 30th of June, 2025, and my first training session is included in week 1. We'll explain the other pages in more detail in the analysis videos. For now, you've learned how to enter training data through the new data entry page. It's very simple. Enter the player names, copy-paste the raw GPS data, complete the entry. If a player didn't attend training, for example, if they were injured or on leave, you can still add their name manually and leave their data blank or set it to 0. The system will then count their load as 0 for that day. And that's it. This is how you can quickly record your training data with the GPS monitoring system. In the next video, we'll enter the maximum match values in the settings page and see how they affect the daily team tables and percentage indicators.